My name is Rhea Thomas, and I'm the author of the book Let Birds Fly, due out this summer from Main Street Rag Publishing. Let Birds Fly is a themed magical realism short story collection. The main characters in these stories encounter unexpected magical situations as they struggle to find meaning and purpose in their everyday lives. All of these characters work at or are connected to the same digital marketing agency, Ripple Media, and experience unusual situations. For example, content editor Amelia's stress manifests as a weird chicken, prompting her to make a career pivot. Account manager Beto brews hallucination-inducing coffee that puts things into a different perspective. And Claire, the intern, gets an unprecedented level of revenge on the office bully with a mysterious request form. The main characters in these 15 stories find their true selves in the face of adversity and with a dash of magic. They work at or are connected in different ways to the same company, Ripple Media, and experience unusual situations. Despite facing different dilemmas, all of these characters end up finding their purpose in life, whether it's through their career, hobby, or passion, or the courage to speak up for themselves or others. Ripple Media is a made-up digital marketing agency in Austin, Texas. It's a unique company that ties together all the stories. Many stories occur within the company itself. Some feature more indirect relationships to the company, such as a client who hired the agency for their marketing, freelancers who've worked there before, or characters who just know people who work there. I'm going to read a little bit of the beginning of one of the short stories called Ego Death Coffee. Bear with me here. Sitting in his car in the parking lot outside Ripple Media, Beto listened to the end of a riveting foodie podcast episode about avocados called Cados. Everything you ever thought you knew about avocados and more. Who knew the trendy fruit was in the same family as cinnamon, or used to be called an alligator pear? Fascinating stuff. The health benefits were amazing, and he was looking forward to eating an avocado with his lunch that afternoon. He shut off his car and headed into the building, carrying his backpack and the avocado, past the empty receptionist desk, and swiped his security badge over the door reader to access the office beyond the lobby. Very few people showed up as early as Beto did every morning, but he liked getting in at the crack of dawn to get work done while the office was quiet and deserted. Beto loved his job. Working fulfilled him. He enjoyed the challenge of connecting with different companies to run their social media campaigns and the satisfaction of making a difference in those companies' bottom lines. He was super hands-on with all of his clients and hyper-vigilant in checking their social ad campaigns on a daily basis. He set the avocado on top of his desk and stashed his backpack below it as his desk phone rang. "Thank you for calling Ripple Media. Beto speaking. How can I help you?" "Beto, this is Roy from Infinity Consulting." "Hey, Roy, good to hear from you. How are Paula and the girls? Is the graduation party planning going smoothly?" Roy had been a client with Ripple for over 5 years now, and Beto knew Roy was getting emotional about his daughter graduating from high school next month. "We have a huge shindig planned out at our ranch. Barbecue, swimming, go-karts, you name it. You should receive an invite in the mail next week. But listen, I have a huge project for you. It needs your special touch." As Beto listened to Roy expounding on the details of this huge project and felt he had most of the details written down in his notes, he opened his desk drawer to see if he had any more energy patches he could slap on his arm. He was out. Damn. He searched through the drawer for energy pills, but he seemed to be out of those as well. Roy had to run, so they wrapped up the call. Beto hung up the phone with a big sigh and rotated his wrist just slightly so he could check the time on his Apple Watch. He saw a text displayed on it from his girlfriend, Lucy. "Let me know how the new coffee tastes. Happy Monday." Once he cleared the message, he saw the time. It was only 8:30 a.m., and he definitely needed another cup of coffee to deal. The new coffee had arrived over the weekend, and they'd both laughed at the name. Ego Death Coffee. It was a brand he'd stumbled across in one of his late-night, insomnia-induced online impulse buys. He found it on Amazon through a third-party seller, and the reviews were pretty fanatical. Here's an example of the review. I had such a deep experience after I drank this coffee that I ended up sculpting a complex mandala design out of different heights of grass in our yard with a straight edge razor. My HOA is being a dick about it, but F them, man. It's a masterpiece. Here's another review. This coffee is amazing. I can't begin to describe how it affects me. I mean, I feel like it has changed my relationship with myself, and now I know the real me. When I look at myself in the mirror, I see myself, but also deeper inside, the me that has been hiding from the real world. It's me, and it's not me. I can't even... It's effing incredible. And another review. After drinking this for a week straight, I created 10 new yoga poses and grew a third eye and a third nipple. I've also invented speed meditation trademark. Ego Death Coffee has changed my life. And I'll stop there. But just know that Beto brews this coffee in the office, and it has some pretty crazy effects on other people. And then he drinks it, which leads to some pretty unique effects with himself. So I hope that you enjoyed this little snippet of one of the stories, and I hope that you'll buy the book. Again, it's in the Main Street Rag bookstore. I'll have a link below, and thanks for listening.